Hello, and welcome to episode number 16 of A Teen Talk Skating. I hope you guys are all doing really well. It has been a honestly really mentally draining week for me. So much stuff has been going on. Tests and meetings and events, and I don't even know at this point. But you know what always makes me happy is watching some figure skating. And I don't know, I feel like it is that one thing. I feel like some people have like a guilty pleasure, I guess. Like, eating popcorn or watching their favorite true crime show. I don't know. My guilty pleasure is watching tons of figure skating. I love figure skating, obviously. That's why I ran a whole podcast about it. Anyway, rant over. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing okay, but I'm obviously very excited to talk about skating. This episode, I decided to do it. I'm involved with an organization at my school that is kind of centered around Asian Americans and Asian culture, and I kind of took inspiration from that because it is May 17th when I'm recording this. In the month of May is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So for episode number 16, I really wanted to do a celebrating Asian American skaters kind of episode, talk about the milestones of Asian American skaters, why they're so groundbreaking, they're real trailblazers in their field. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty more lighthearted episode. We're not talking about any juicy drama. I am really praying Grand Prix assignments come out next week or the week after, because I'm really hoping those come out, because I want to do those, and then I'm going to do a little series I'm planning over the summer. Please bear with me. I have finals coming up, and I don't want to do them, but I got to do them, and hopefully I don't fail. But I will let you guys know what the schedule is next week as well. But anyway, our program of the week this week, the queen of figures, my personal favorite, one of my favorite skaters of all time is definitely Carolina Costner. I feel like I've said this so many times. I think for one of these I did her Ave Maria short program. This time, however, it is her 2017-2018 short program as well. Ne Me Quitte Pas, performed by Celine Dion. Oh my gosh, you guys. The first word that comes to my mind when I watch this skate is how organic it looks. It doesn't look forced at all, because Carolina Costner is such a natural, and longevity was her thing. She'd been skating as a senior for 12 years or 13, 14. I don't even know. She's been skating for her senior for a long time. And so I do think 2018, at the last season of her career, I do feel like that was her best season. She had just amazing programs. Maybe not competitively was her best season. It was her best program. So artistic, mature. And it was just beautiful to watch. But anyway, this Ne Me Quitte Pas program. Ne Me Quitte Pas means don't leave me, or don't go away from me kind of vibe in French. And the pain of this program. Carolina Costner portrays that kind of pain perfectly. Kind of that misery, especially in the beginning. I think Laurie Nickel choreographed this. It's excellently choreographed. There's just moments, especially with the arms, the hand movement. It's just beautiful. More specific moments. I really enjoy the part before the axel. She does a wally jump, which is, I can't really explain what a wally jump is. It's a jump, but it doesn't count for a score. And then she kind of rides on the edge of the wally jump and then does her double axel. And then, oh my gosh, she lands the double axel. She doesn't just land it and okay, now the jump's on. No, she lands it with this most beautiful arm leg extension that goes really out, and it's so beautiful. And then she does also a layback spin with a very beautiful position. It's not a Bielman, but she puts her elbow up and she holds her other arm with her other hand. She puts her one of her elbows up, the other hand she hangs onto that, and she spins around, and it just looks like she's in a cage or something. She's in a beautiful cage that's melting away. I don't know. I won't shut up about this program. it's just the arm movements I think are the best part of it. They're just so organically choreographed. They're so natural and they go so well with the music. Step sequence, obviously, she's such a great step sequence. And, love Carolina Costner. I love this program. And I really do think it's like the peak of her artisticness. I'm like, oh my gosh, Carolina, you can't. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I know she's not competing now, obviously, unfortunately. I hope she comes back one day. I know, like, hasn't competed in, like, 6 years, but, like, I'm just like, please come back. Another thing to mention is that she won the World Short Program in 2018 with this short program, Namikita Ba. She has the third highest short program score, of the pre-2018-2019 scoring era, and to me, it deserves so much more than that. It's such a great program. It's so beautiful. And yeah, especially the loop, too. She has such nice care to her loop. But anyway, Asian American Pacific Islander Month, as I discussed, or Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, is happening this May. It happens every May, and it is to celebrate, the achievements of Asian American Pacific Islanders, what they've done, their milestones, their trailblazers, and to really understand that representation. And it's definitely such a special month, and I definitely will be considering doing this for other months, other, special months or, like, days, etc. That I can relate to figure skating. But, this week we're going to be talking about Asian American skaters, and, some of their achievements, and, I don't know, but it's basically going to be, like, a general brief overview of Asian American skaters, who's competing, who used to compete, why they're important, and, we're going to talk about it, guys. So, first, I think we're going to start off with a big bang, right? And we're going to start off with the man, and of course, Nathan Chen. Nathan Chen is Chinese American. He is the 2022 Winter Olympic champion, as we all know. He's the Rocket Man, as we all know, because he just jumps, I guess. I'm so sorry, guys. My throat has not been fun recently. But he is the 2022 Winter Olympic champion in the men's event, in the team event as well now. He is the 3-time world champion, 2018, 2019, and 2021, I believe. He's a 3-time Grand Prix final champion, so he's definitely at the top. And of course, a lot of people know him as the Quad King. He landed toe, style cow. Did he land loop? I think he did land loop, yeah. I think he landed every quad jump except the axel, obviously, because Ilya Malinin landed that for the first time, which is absolutely crazy. I'm so sorry. But the Quad King, and, I definitely think the Quad King has a certain, like, coolness to it. Like, you're the Quad King. But obviously, he's, like, a groundbreaking skater. Like, to have all those quads, obviously it led to some big scores as well. So he does hold the current, it hasn't been broken. It's been 2 years since he got this, but it hasn't been broken because he's that good. The men's short program world record at 113.97. And he also has the men's combined score world record at 335.50. I think that was at the 2019 to 2020 Grand Prix final, if I remember correctly. If I remember, I will search it up, guys, because, my research skills, I'm kidding. Yeah, it was the 2019 to 2020 Grand Prix final. So his record is 335.30. It's been 4.5 years since then, and no one's broken, even he hasn't even broken his own record, which is crazy. And obviously, I think his most important story is the 2018 Winter Olympics. Going in, he was seen as a medal contender. In 2018, he was the U.S. national champion. He had been really good on the Grand Prix that season. And so people saw him as like, you could probably win a medal at the 2018 Olympics, maybe even gold over Yusuru Hanyu, who was at the time was another, again, front runner for the Winter Olympics that year. But then Nathan Chen comes into the 2018 Olympics in the men's event. In the short program, he makes a mistake on all three of his jumps, and he ends up, I believe, in 17th place. And it's a really devastating, it is a really devastating program to watch, knowing kind of the situation, knowing there was all that pressure on him. But you know what? He came back. Oh my God, if this would load. He came back so well. He was 17th of the short program. Mistakes on all three of his jumps. Very unfortunate. But then he comes back, guys, because he is not a person to give up. And in his free skate at the same, 2018 free skate, he has a pretty much almost perfect program. So impressive. He ends up getting first in the free skate. And from 17th in the short, he ends up 5th overall. And I just love that story because I love that story because it always reminds me that, like, maybe it's a little cliche or whatever, but, like, you could have one bad day with that bad short program, but the next day you could totally just hit all the marks. And so I actually wrote about this for an English class once. I think we had to write about, like, 4 people we consider, like, our heroes or something like that, or, like, 4 people we want to meet. And I remember writing about Nathan Chen because I was like, I'm so inspired by how he really rose to the occasion no matter what happened in the short. And I don't know, I have that big memory of that skate, or of writing that, because I really do think, like, how do you go from 17th in the short to first in the free to get to 5th overall? There's not a lot of skaters that do that. Adam Schoenfall recently did that at Worlds, which is absolutely crazy for him too. But Nathan Chen at the time, I just thought, I didn't really watch skating in 2018, but, going back to those events and rewatching them later, like, I just thought, like, wow, like, how do you do that? Like, just putting on all the paths behind you, and it's really inspiring to me, honestly. Even though, like, I'm sorry if it's cliche. But another funny thing, not funny, a very impressive thing, he's suddenly going to medical school. He just graduated from Yale. I don't know. Y'all knew that, but he's a world-class figure skater who just happens to be an Olympic champion, and he goes to, like, Yale? Like, really? Like, oh, okay. I don't know. I feel like he's probably one of those people that, like, have, like, more than 24 hours in the day somehow. Like, I can't imagine, like, going to Yale, being a student, and being a world-class international figure skater with all these titles and everything at the same time. Like, that's crazy. And now he's gonna go to medical school, and I'm like, dang. Like, okay, being a world-class figure skater wasn't enough? I'm kidding. But yeah, super impressive for him. And, like, I don't know if he's ever discussed coming back. Like, when you, I know medical school is, like, a big thing, but, like, can you skate and be in medical school at the same time? I know it's probably, like, way difficult, but, I know it's, like, probably, like, way difficult, but, like, I feel like if anyone could do it, he could probably do it. And so, yeah, that is Nathan Chen, the Quad King. Ooh. Oh my gosh, my throat hurts, guys. So sorry. I almost said that in Swedish. I almost said förlåt. I'm so sorry. Oh, and he's super consistent too, because I saw this infographic or, like, statistical, graph that someone made once that said, like, he had only fallen, like, a handful of times on his quad attempts, which is super impressive. Okay, next, Asian American skater, also in the men's event, Vincent Zhou, who I found it is only 23 years old. I thought Vincent Zhou was, like 26 or something, but he's actually only 23, which is super cool. I didn't even know he was that young. And if he wants to come back, like, he could still. I had no idea he was that young. Like, I don't know. I feel like I had no idea he was only 23, which is crazy. He's from San Jose, guys. Love San Jose. But Vincent Zhou is Chinese American. He is the 2019 and 2022 World Bronze Medalist. And again, another really inspiring story here. I really love this story. Again, really inspirational. He went to the 2022 Olympics. He was able to compete in the team event. But this really breaks my heart because I thought he definitely did have a chance at a medal, I feel like. But he had to pull out of the men's like individual competition, not the team event, because he got COVID, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so it was really unfortunate that he didn't even get to skate in Beijing at the Olympics when he could have gotten a medal, honestly. And then, oh gosh, guys, my lord. He could have gotten a medal, but unfortunately he did not. And then, because he couldn't compete, and so, you know, I don't know. It was just really sad, guys. So then he went to 2022 World Championships anyway after the Olympics, and he ended up placing third there to get the bronze, capture the bronze medal after that really, really unfortunate Olympics for him. Not even getting able to compete, coming back at Worlds, still having that motivation to try, and getting bronze. I feel like that's so good. Good for him, you know what I mean? Because you just, like, you know, like, oh my gosh, like, I couldn't even compete at my last competition, and, I know, he just went to the next one. It's like, I can still do it, and that's so inspirational to me. I feel like I'm really one of those people who I mess up one time, or I don't get to do something one time, and then I doubt myself. But I feel like Vincent Zhou's so confident. I feel like he was always very confident on the ice. I always feel like I saw that from him when he skated. I also have no idea if he wants to come back. I think he said, like, maybe he'll come back. I don't know what he's doing right. I think he goes to Brown or something, right? Yeah, he goes to Brown. So we got Mr. Nathan Chen going to Yale, and he's going to Brown. And, you know, they're both, like, world-class figure skaters. And I'm sitting here being a couch potato in my bedroom all day watching them skate. Guys, it's okay. I'm gonna go to Yale, too. I'm just gonna go to Harvard. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, they just happen to be, you know, students at, like, the hardest universities in that whole entire country, and figure skaters at the same time, which is crazy. So yeah, those are the men's skaters that I wanted to talk about. I'm sure there's other Asian American men's skaters. I know Camden Polkanen is Thai, has Thai heritage, I believe. And there's definitely other skaters as well. Definitely go check them out as well. But let's talk about the women's event. And now we go back a little bit more in time. I know Nathan Chen and Vincent Zhou are, like, pretty recent, but let's go back to the 80s to find the first ever Asian American to win U.S. National Figure Skating Championships in 1985, and that is Tiffany Chin. And Tiffany Chin was very, 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 very the trailblazer of her time. And so she, at a very young age, she showed, like, tons of, like, you know, tons of prowess, tons of skill, like, already. So obviously, oh my god, I can't. Obviously, super duper, duper, duper impressive. But in 1985, she went to the senior nationals, and she became the first ever Asian American to win nationals in 1985. And then she went to Worlds. She was the first Asian American to win any type of medal at Worlds. She got a bronze in 1985 and a bronze in 1986. And I even found out, I don't know when, I think it was a couple years back or something, but she was attempting triple axels in the 80s. And, you know, she didn't land one in competition, but she was attempting triple axels in practice in the 80s, which is absolutely insane. Considering, the triple axel is like, it's getting more common to perform, but it's still not like a standard element to perform. And so the fact that she was doing it back in the 80s, like, that's crazy in practice, but still, that's crazy. And so I really want to talk about how she was really a trailblazer for Asian American skaters. As far as I know, there were no competing Asian American skaters, like, at these higher echelons, these higher levels, nationals and worlds, etc. And so Tiffany Chin, I think she's really a really big trailblazer in figure skating, serving as a model for the, later generations in the 90s, the 20s, or the O's, the 2000s, the 2010s, and now obviously in the 2020s. Oh my god, my table. And that is obviously super difficult. I feel like being the first is difficult. It can be really difficult. It can be alone, but then she served as that role model, that inspiration for other skaters, and that is so important. Because role models serve like a super duper important role. Oh my god, my throat. And so yeah, that is absolutely amazing. Yeah. So who else, guys? Who else? Christy Yamaguchi, guys. I feel like she's having her moment recently. I'll talk about it later, but Christy Yamaguchi, she's Japanese American, and she is the first Asian American to win a Winter Olympic gold medal, which is super cool. No other Asian American had done it before her in 1992 in Albertville in France at that Winter Olympics. And I feel like her free program to Malagueña, I don't know if I'm saying that wrong, I'm very sorry if I am. Her program to Malagueña is really iconic with that black and gold dress. I feel like that's so iconic. Again, another really big trailblazer. It's that black and gold dress. I have no idea. I feel like you could still wear it today and it would still look cool. It's almost like a timeless piece. I really like this outfit, guys. I did see this, like, funny thing, like, a couple years back about, like, this, I don't know what brand, a Sharpie pen, I think, and, like, people were saying, like, it glided as smooth as Chris Yamaguchi on the ice. I have no idea. Like, I don't really know. But, back to the whole trailblazer thing, I'm sorry. Chris Yamaguchi, so impressive, right? Being the first to win a Winter Olympic gold medal, showing the world that Asian American skaters can do it. And so that's just, I don't know. And obviously, again, paved the way for other skaters, inspired other skaters that are, in the later generations coming up. Since figure skating was in the 90s, it was pretty big. Seeing Christy Yamaguchi in 1992, seeing her win that gold must have been, like, super inspirational to, like, so many skaters. And recently she got a Barbie doll, guys. I think it's a Barbie doll, right? I think. Yeah, it was, yeah. So Christy Yamaguchi has a Barbie doll, inspired by her, guys. In her little outfit from 1992. And it's beautiful. Obviously, if you have a Barbie doll that's, like, modeled after you, obviously, you're famous. You made it, right? Like, come on. But, it's just so amazing that she's really become such a model for Asian Americans in skating. I'm so sorry. So amazing. And, yeah. Especially since, this was, during a time there wasn't as many Asian Americans in skating. There wasn't that many Asian Americans skating, so she had Tiffany Chin, obviously, as a role model. And then she had herself as well, and so those two really serve as like models for the later generations. But I do think one of the biggest role models, Michelle Kwan. I know it's Michelle Kwan, guys. Let's scream it. Let's do it. Who I have to say, she has some cool stuff going on about her. I don't know. So Michelle Kwan, her parents are from Hong Kong. She is a 5-time world champion. Like, who can claim they've been world champion 5 times? Especially since this was the 90s. Like, 5 times the world champion. Like, 5 times, guys. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I'm 5-time nothing in my life, but 5-time world champion in figure skating. Especially since like I've like watched this era of skating before in the 90s. Like I've watched like these people, other people like Terry Lipinski, Slutskaya, who else? Chen Lu was back then. And so Michelle Kwan being a 5-time world champion in, it was a very competitive back then. Crazy. Her Olympics too. She got the silver in 1998 and the bronze in 2002. Great for her too. And interesting fact, y'all, she was an alternate for the 1994 Olympics at age 13. You know what I was doing at age 13? Not going on a plane to Norway to become an alternate for the Olympics. I was sitting on my couch. What was I doing at age 13? Nothing. I was crying over, I don't know, homework assignments, and, Michelle Kwan just casually be like, yeah, I'm the alternate for the Olympics this year. That's crazy. And so, again, super inspirational for her. And another thing, 9-time national champion, y'all. Like, really? 9 times. Yes, she was the U.S. national champion 9 times. And obviously, I think that really speaks to her longevity. Figure skating, we all have to admit, figure skating is not a sport where people have careers that last, like, 15 years at most. You go to, like, 1 Olympic, maybe. You maybe go to 2. Which is really unfortunate that how injuries add up in the field, and money and training costs and travel and everything. But Michelle Kwan, I really feel like she speaks to like longevity and like how you can have a lot of longevity in this field. She was still going to compete at the 2006 Olympics, but she pulled out because of injury, which means she would have gotten to 3 Olympics, which is absolutely crazy. And of course, her spiral. She's the queen of spirals. Her spirals are always like so like she's so flexible. Like, I want to be that flexible. Like, at most I can raise my leg to like be, how do you say, if I did like the back spiral, I could probably like be in a camel position, I guess. I would not be able to like go higher than that. That's crazy. And another weird fact, guys, she is very interesting, cool fact for her. She is currently the ambassador to the country of Belize. Like, okay. But anyway, I'm like, that's like the most interesting job, like, figure skater turned ambassador to Belize. She's like the U.S. ambassador to Belize. And so I don't know, that's absolutely, I don't know, it's like whack. I don't know, this girl's had a life. But Michelle Kwan, being 5-time world champion, 2-time Olympic medalist, 9-time national champion, again, a really big trailblazer, and again, such an inspirational story of not giving up. And, she probably had injuries, she probably had, all these issues, but she's kept on staying strong. Longevity is such an important thing in figure skating. I feel like she really served as a role model for all of her achievements. And, I feel like Michelle Kwan, I feel like a lot of people know who she is as well. Chrissy Yamaguchi, I feel like a lot of people know who Chrissy Yamaguchi is. They're just famous for being who they are, They're trailblazers in their sport. They had such impressive achievements. And, I do really, I think their stories are super impressive. I hope you guys do too. Now we're gonna move more into, the modern, not modern, I guess, the modern era. Mirai Nagasu, we love Mirai Nagasu on this podcast. Mirai Nagase, she's Japanese American, and obviously she is a giant history maker for being the first American woman to land a triple axel at the Olympics. That team event free skate lives rent free in my head. I will play it over and over and over again, that moment over and over and over and over again. That triple axel is just so iconic. And the end of the program is so iconic. When she lands her triple loop, she like screams, and then she goes on her spin and she screams more when she's done. Yeah, and she went to the 2010 Olympics at age 16, which I feel like a lot of people forgot about. But Mirai Nagase, she went to the 2010 Olympics at age 16. She placed 4th there. Like, yeah, I'm 16 and I just placed 4th at the Olympics. It's like no big deal. I'm like, whoa. But again, Mirai Nagase is just super, super impressive. Triple axel, obviously, and she landed it later in her career as well. A lot of people tend to prioritize triple axel like earlier in their career. Mirai Nagase, she landed it and definitely at the end of her career. Her 2018 was her last, oh my gosh, sorry guys, my tear. Her last competing season, and she landed it then. She's like, yep, there's me. And she became the first American woman to make it at the Olympics. Magical moment. And I think she's a very inspiring skater as well. Her story is just so interesting. So she did go to the 2010 Olympics at age 16. She placed 4th there. And she tried to make the Olympic team in 2014 as well. She ended up placing 3rd at Nationals that year. There were 3 spots, but they didn't give a spot to her. It was really unfortunate. She missed out on the 2014 Olympics. Really difficult. Really difficult considering she went to 2010. You know, she had been competing since then. But she missed out of the 2014 Olympics. But she didn't give up. Because she missed the Olympics, she kept on going and getting. And I have to say that the latter half of her career is so interesting. You know, training for that triple axel, becoming, you know, she medaled at 4 continents. It was kind of that process of like building herself up again, and just, it was amazing, guys. It's just amazing to like kind of learn about her career in a way. Like, you know, after 2014, it was really devastating, but she kept on fighting and learning and training and everything, and then she ended up going back to the Olympics in 2018, doing huge success for the team event with that triple axel, and then I'm so sorry, guys. So yeah, super amazing for her. And then, she's such a great spinner too. Oh my gosh. So inspirational in the way that she didn't give up. Again, another skater who just did not give up. Wanted to go back to the Olympics. She didn't give up. And then another skater, guys, Karen Chen. Oh my gosh, so underrated. Karen Chen is so underrated. I love her skating so much. Karen Chen, she's Taiwanese American. And I feel like she should be nicknamed Savior of Team USA. Or, you know, something along those lines. Guardian Angel of Team USA. Etc. Because she saved Team USA 3 spots at the Olympics twice, not just once. So in 2017, she went to Worlds. And, you know, you need to do well. Your country needs to do well at Worlds to get spots at the Olympics for next year. She ended up placing 4th at Worlds, which definitely saved the U.S., helping them get 3 spots next year. If she had placed worse, like, you know, the 3 spots were kind of in jeopardy. I don't know exactly what the other placements of the other skaters from the U.S. were, but I know that she placed 4th there and kind of saved Team USA's butt. Then in 2021, I believe you need a total placement of 13 from 2 skaters to get 3 Olympic spots. Brady Tennell had placed 9th place. Karen Chen needed 4th or better. She ended up getting the 4th. And Team USA got 3 spots again at the 2022 Olympics. So she saved Team USA's butt so they could have 3 spots and send 3 women skaters at the Olympics in 2018 and in 2022. Now I have to mention this program. I think it'd be a huge, huge travesty, scandal, disgrace if I did not mention this program, and that is Karen Chen's Butterfly Lovers Violin Concerto program. Oh my gosh. It is such a beautiful showing of culture in the most perfect way possible. It's so beautiful. So Butterfly Lovers is it's a myth that's really, I think it's pretty spread out throughout Asia in general, I believe. But Karen Chen really took the inspiration of the like Butterfly Lovers theme, and there is a Butterfly Lovers like violin concerto, and she skated to that, and it is very much beautiful. It was her free skate during 2020 to 2021 and 2021 to 2022. So she performed it at the Olympics. The dress in this program, oh my gosh, guys, don't even like get me started. It is this beautiful lavender purple dress. It has this cool skirt and these very puffy sleeves. These flowers and butterflies and gemstones and sparkles everywhere. Around the outfit, and it's just beautiful. I think I don't know who made it. I think she made it, or like a family member or something, but it is beautiful, guys, and I really love this program and how it really connects to like the Butterfly Lovers. Like you get total butterfly theme from watching it. The step sequence as well is during this really upbeat, moving, exciting part of the program. Love that for her as well. And so Butterfly Lovers Violin Concerto from Karen, definitely like top tier programs. Oh my gosh, it's definitely my favorite from her. Like it's definitely my favorite program of hers like ever. And I want her to come back too, guys. Oh my god, if Karen Chen came back, like I would be like, oh my god, Karen Chen. I don't know if she is gonna come back, but like I hope she does, guys. But I hope she comes back one day. Because she could save Team USA at the next Worlds to get the spots too. But Alyssa Liu is our next skater. Alyssa Liu is Chinese American. Love Alyssa Liu. Yeah. So Alyssa Liu is cool. So yeah, she's great, guys. So she landed the triple axel, and then she attempted the quad lutz as well back in her like junior era. She's the youngest national champion ever at age 13. Like, again, guys, Michelle Kwan was like, yeah, I was the Olympic alternate at age 13. And Alyssa Liu was the, oh my god, I can't talk. Alyssa Liu was the youngest U.S. champion at age 13. The senior champion at age 13. Like, that is no joke, okay? That is no joke, guys. Yeah, definitely not a joke at all to be, like, that impressive. Like, what the heck? And then 2022 World's Bronze, which ended the medal drought. There was a 6-year gap between 2016 with Ashley Wagner's silver at Worlds and Alyssa Liu's 2022 World's Bronze. So, yeah, help end that medal drought that the U.S. had in the women's event. Very impressive. Now, let's talk about the pairs event. I did not find too many Asian American skaters that were in pairs, but that is totally okay. Now, we have a repeat skater because Chris Yamaguchi, impressive that she was, did pairs as well. As a junior, she was partnered with Rui Galindo, another huge trailblazer. yeah, definitely we'll talk about him too. I've talked about him before, actually, in the Warhorse boxing match. You guys should go watch it. I'm kidding. Self-promotion. I mean, it's my own podcast, okay? But Christiane Bucci did these pairs. She was the 1988 World Junior Champion with Rudy Galindo, and the 1989 and 1990 Senior National Champion. Super impressive, right, guys? Again, like, you know, not a lot of people are doing two disciplines these days. Like, I can't name you a single skater. So the fact that she was doing it, like, what the heck? Again, super impressive for her. Rudy Galindo too. I love it, guys. I just love it. Oh my gosh, my throat again, guys. It's okay. We have like a few more minutes, guys. I promise. And then another pair skater is Natasha Kuchiki. I'm very sorry if I said that wrong. But she is Japanese heritage, and she skated with Todd Sand as a pair skater. And they ended up winning the 1991 World Bronze as pair skaters. Very cool. Sorry, my throat. So yeah, I hope oh my gosh, I was gonna say, like, I hope you guys enjoy the end of this episode. Like, no. Like, we're not done, guys. So, we still have ice dams, guys. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, what the heck? So, let's see. Ice dance. Okay, Mats and Chalk. Ice dance are obviously with Evan Bates. She is part Chinese and part Native Hawaiian as well, I believe. My throat, oh my gosh. And I saw on her Instagram that she recently posted, like, not super recently, but like she posted this post with her wearing a traditional Chinese dress, which is absolutely beautiful, and I love that. So Mass Chalk and Emma Bates, they're 2-time world champions, 3-time Fort Collins champions. She literally has, you know, the best taste in fashion, in ice dance, and the whole of figure skating. Obviously, they have amazing creative programs, and I don't know, I feel like she's such a cool person. Like, doesn't she seem like so intriguing and like interesting to learn about, and like so artistic? Like, the outfits show that she's just like loves, she gets the art, you know what I mean? So I'm really happy for her too. And then now the last skaters we're talking about, Maya Shibutani and Alex Shibutani, the Ship Sips. They're both of Japanese heritage. They're siblings, so yeah. I love that they're siblings, by the way, guys. I feel like they're like the coolest pair of siblings. Ice dance siblings. Super, super cool. I feel like they have the best program too. I love their Coldplay program too, Paradise. I feel like it's so fitting for them and so beautiful, and like, I don't know, guys. But anyway, they won the 2018 Olympics bronze medal. I was gonna say gold medal. Oh my god, bronze medal. Super amazing. They won the 2018 Olympics. I literally just said that. They won the bronze medal at the 2018 Olympics, okay? In the ice dance event, super amazing for them with their Coldplay program. And then apparently, fun fact, they went to the 2011 Worlds and they won the bronze medal when Maya was 16 and Alex was 20. Like, really, guys? Like, oh my god. Which I think is like a record for being super young in ice dance. Because I feel like ice dance medalists are usually like older. They're not. I feel like a lot of ice dance teams that are younger, they don't get consistently scored as well. And they don't have like the technical ability, which, you know, develops as they get older. But the fact that they were so young and they medal at Worlds like already, like, that's absolutely crazy. You know, definite trailblazers. And I know they're super involved with like social media and like partnerships and like brands and everything. So it's just super impressive. So happy for them. That is all we're gonna talk about today. Next week I actually have no idea what we're gonna talk about really. We'll figure it out though. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. I feel like I might talk about the scoring system, or maybe I will talk about the artistry versus quads debate that everyone is always doing. I might talk about that. But yeah, thank you so much. I know this episode's a little shorter. I hope you guys like it still. It's not even that much shorter, but thank you so much for listening to this episode of A Teen Talk Skating. My name is Van Gogh. I really hope you enjoyed learning about these skaters, learning about why they are trailblazers, why they set milestones in the history of figure skating. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I will hear from you the next week. Bye bye.